My mom got 2 strokes. She was diagnosed with high cholesterol, very, very high blood pressure, and she had excess fat in the abdominal area, and she was given about 5 different kinds of medication to take on a daily basis. Wagwan raw fam. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you the story of my mom and how we found out that she was sick to the point of hospitalization, and how changing to a raw vegan diet actually helped her on her healing journey. I want you to stick around for the before and after, how she was walking then off balance compared to how she walks now, how her abdominal area looked, you know, compared to how it looks now. Stick around to hear more of this story and to watch raw healing in progress. So this was October 2021. I was on the phone with my mom. I don't remember if it's me called her or she called me, but I was on the phone with my mom, and she sounded, it was hard for me to understand her. She sounded low, and she didn't have a lot of energy. So I was asking her if she's okay, and she was saying that she feel really, really tired. I don't remember if she said her head was hurting her, but I know she kept saying that she felt really tired. So I was like, all right, I'm going to hang up, go sleep and whatever. But when I hung up the phone, a thought clicked, and I was like, you know what, mommy doesn't sound right. She sounds similar to how my dad sounded when he got the stroke, because I was the only one at home at the time when my father got a stroke. You know, we didn't know it was a stroke. Well, I didn't know it was a stroke on the at the time until we went to the hospital, and because I took him to the hospital, I remembered that vividly, and I was like, mommy sounds that way. So I called my sister, because I'm in Jamaica and mom is in the US. So I called my sister and I was like, you know, I was talking to mommy and she never sound good. She sounds like when daddy got the stroke. So I said that to her, and then my sister was like, you know what, let's take her to the hospital just in case. So I was like, okay, cool. And she took her to the hospital. We called her and said, yo, we're taking you to the hospital. Took her to the hospital, and what a lucky thing, what a lucky thing we took her to the hospital, because the doctor said that if she did not come to the hospital, maybe that would have been the last of her. Her blood pressure was not high. It was very, very, very high. You know, the kind of high that you should not be should not be living. Yeah, that kind of high. So it was high. The doctor, she had high cholesterol, and so the high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and then the doctor actually, so it was actually a stroke. So basically, what I recognized, you know, the symptoms of what I saw when my father got the stroke, it's a lucky thing that I recognized that, like I heard it in her voice, in her speech, and just how she said she was tired and whatever, and it just reminded me of that situation. And if I am so happy that I called my sister instead of just saying, okay, go sleep it off. It's a lucky thing I called my sister and we got that information. So she ended up, as I said, being diagnosed. But not only did the doctor say that it was a stroke, when they did their test, so she had to stay at the hospital for a couple of days, you know, for examinations and all those things, to get her, they said that they had to get her blood pressure to a certain point before they released her. That's how bad the blood pressure was. So basically, you know, when the doctor did the examination, they found that they were like, no man, this is your second stroke. And she was like, no, I've never had a stroke before. They said, based on our examinations, this is your second stroke. And that was another thing she had a stroke before that she was unaware of. Maybe it took the same form that it did initially, where she just felt tired and maybe she was just sleeping out the day. I don't know what happened, but the doctor said based on examination, this is her second stroke. So we were just happy that the first one, it didn't go to the point where you know, that it went unnoticed in a way that she was able to live and to go about her business, you know. So we were grateful for that. So she stayed in the hospital for a couple of days. When she came out, she was in a wheelchair. She was unable to walk with balance. She had to use a stick. She got about 5 different medication, 2 for the blood pressure, 1 for the stroke, and I think she got another one that they said that she has to take for the rest of her life. What do you mean by that? So yeah, that is when I decided that I was going to book a flight and go stay with my mom to ensure, one, to help her on our healing journey, and just to ensure that she changed her diet completely. So I went with 2, you know how that go already. Yeah, so put her on a raw vegan, mostly fruits, and then also vegetables, so fruits, vegetables, and a little bit of nuts and seed. And then initially it was high raw. So initially it was when I just reached, because you know you have to, you know, can't just push her in it, you know. I mean, it's life and death, so I do have a problem with for me, if it's life and death, you have to do what you have to do in that time frame. As you begin to progress and heal, then you can make alterations. But for me, if it's life and death, it's life and death. If me in a pain and me no want that pain, then me I gonna do what I need to do. So I'm not going to be like some persons and say, well, I'll bear the pain. Bear the what? No. Me I do what me need to do for not feel the pain. But anyway, right? So we took her off of everything that she wasn't supposed to be eating in this period of her life, this healing journey. So initially she was allowed fruits, raw, fresh fruits, fresh vegetables, and also now and again she got some steamed veg and a little bit of nuts. After a while, took her off of the steamed veg and the nuts, so it was mostly fruits and vegetables, fresh, raw. So that's what we did. We also incorporated some, you know, some stretches and walking exercises, you know. I'm not a physiotherapist, but I did some research, and I just started to help her with some movements and stretches. So what I'll do now is not say any more on that and just share with you, show you the clips. I'm going to be taking your vitals hacks today. Work on this. No, don't suck it. Don't suck in the belly. And don't suck in the belly, you know. So about 38 and a half. I have to work on that. 38 and a half. No, not 38. 38 and a half. Come. Mommy. This part of it was going. No, 38 and a half. 38. What? 38 and 38 and a half. No liquor shape. 41 and a half. So 38, 38 and a half, and 41 and a half. So I write it down all of those measurements so that when I leave now, it's supposed to, the 38 and a half supposed to go down to 29. We start with walk and balance exercises. So you are going to, that straight line, you're going to keep each foot on the side. So you're going to walk and ensuring that this foot don't come over here, this foot don't come over here. You're not trying to touch the line, you're just trying to walk straight, and then you're going to do back, back, back. I'll be behind you to help you in case of anything. Let's go. Look right, right, keep going. Alright, come back now, one foot at a time. Oh, come back. With the other, no, with the other foot, come back. Exercise now. These lines, you're going to step over them. So you're not going to go this, that, this, that. You're going to be 1 foot up, 1 foot up, 1 foot up, 1 foot up, 1 foot up. Then 1 foot back, 1 foot back. So you're not touching the lines, you're going over the obstacles. Let's go. I'm behind you if anything. 1 foot. 1 foot, no, right, over, lift it up, right, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up, lift it up. Come back now, 1 foot, you're touching the lines. Come, 1 foot, then the other foot going the other one, right. Then the other foot. Come back. Alright, I'm going to do this again. Don't lean into me, I'm just here for support. You're walking normally. Slow, please, you know, come back.
You're driving me.
I'm not joining you, I'm just here for support. Come back. 1, 2, 3. You're not looking because you're not stepping over the obstacles. Alright, let's do it again. You see the lines, you're not supposed to be touching them. So let's go. I'm not. Come. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come back. 1, 2. Mommy.
I don't know this was look behind me, so try to do it. Alright.
Come, look down on the ground if you have to look there because you're stepping. You see, you're stepping, you're doing what I tell you not to do. 1 foot.
Well, you have a follow, you're over me.
Mean, I'm not making you come. That means your balance is off. 1 foot. The other foot. Other foot. Don't lean into me.
This balance is off.
Okay, alright. Come back. Other foot. We have to work on it. We have to work. Alright, we have to work.
I'm a fall.
Alright, cool. That's fine. It's just starting. How was your first workout session this morning? We were trying to work on some balancing exercises and morning and walking exercises. How you feel? Honestly.
Well, I was kind of unprepared, but after all the instructions I tried, it was obvious that I needed to balance it. So,
but you're good to go for tomorrow again.
I was preparing myself for the exam.
So day 1 is complete. Okay.
Oh, sure if that this is going to be a hard job.
When you say you perceive it going to be a hard job?
Yes.
After 28 days, we saw significant progress in her ability to walk on her own, because before she wasn't walking on her own with balance. So she started walking on her own. She had more strength, more energy. Her speech got better, and her abdominal area significantly decreased.
Yep, 30.5.
I feel happy, fit, healthy, and restored. I've regained energy to do my routine activities. My new fruit raw diet has benefited me in many ways. It really works.